positive, I think, that's come out of COVID is self-care, self-love, especially for mothers. So as far as a mother, or as far as y'all being mothers, what are some things that y'all do to like relax or give yourself self-care or self-love? Because there's some things, you know, that can get pushed aside once you do become an entrepreneur and a balancing act mom. A little bit of some self-love or self-care, relax mode tips that y'all do for yourselves.
Well, like for me, my schedule's real tight. I'm busy working most of the days, and then afternoons I'm a dance mom as well, and you know, soccer mom as well. So it's like I have to go off and take my kids to their practices, but I do have like 2.5 hours while I'm waiting for my daughter and dance, and I take those 2.5 hours for me. You know, I'm like, you know, sometimes I do strategize, you know, for my business, thinking, or I do social media posts or things like that in my free time. But then I'm just like, this is my time, you know, and I may get a massage, or, you know, I'll go shopping, you know, just for me, not just the groceries, because that's just an obligation you have to do. But so I'm like, you know what, I'm trying to like manage all my time. I'm gonna be here waiting for her, so I'm gonna do something for me. So I take advantage of multitasking, I guess, and I try to, you know, just do something every now and then that, you know, for me, especially like last month was my birthday. So I finally bought myself new makeup because I hadn't bought new makeup in forever, and I was like, okay, I think it's time. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself.
Yeah. How about Maggie?
So one thing that I did quite a few years back, probably after my second, I realized I was struggling, is I really honor a Sabbath in my work week. And so I'm not Jewish, I'm Christian, but I admire the fact, I mean, God rested on the seventh day.
Yep.
Surely we can carve out. And my team knows I'm really strict about it. And it's usually Saturdays where I'm like, I'm not doing emails. I mean, I can't help where my thoughts go, but we're not doing any work.
Right.
I know in the beginning I felt a lot more pressure to do that, but I find I'm better for it. And I'm very like, it's minimum 24 hours. So whenever I decide to start that Sabbath, sometimes it's Friday night and we're going, you know, until probably Sunday, but
Right.
I'm really strict about that because it gives you just space where, because really and truly I'm not a heart surgeon, so whatever it is, it can wait. I can get back to them, and you know, I'll put in a couple hours Sunday afternoon to prepare for my week, but I'm really strict about that. And I think that as entrepreneurs we forget that feeding ourselves helps us feed our business better and feed our client and our customers better. And the other thing that for me personally, being like a super high energy, you know, sometimes my clients have called me the Energizer Bunny. I have to work out. I don't do it to be skinny, I do it to be sane.
Right.
And for me, that's an outlet for me that's just mine. I don't care when I fit it in, if it's work hours, everybody else can wait. But it's just for me, and it gives me some clarity, get the endorphins rolling or whatever it is, and that's important for me. And so I make that a priority no matter where I can fit it in my day.
Yeah. I love that. How about you, Kelly?
You know, when you asked that, I was like, I feel like I'm still trying to find it. You know, before, my self-love was like going to Target with my coffee and just walking around. And I feel like now, even when I do that with Ellie, I have like, which I didn't know was a thing, like mom anxiety, and especially with COVID. So even when I'm out and about with Ellie, it's always like on an errand, or even if we just go for, like, I feel like I don't do things for fun anymore because I'm like, okay, well, she's been awake for like 30 minutes already. She's probably gonna have to go to sleep in like 30 minutes. By the time we get out, like, it's very like calculated, and thank God she's a very calm and chill baby. But in my head, I'm like, no, she should probably sleep in the, like, the next 2 hours or whatever. So I feel like I'm still looking for, like, we actually had this conversation with my husband this week. Like, he's like, what do you do for fun? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right? It changes.
It
It changes because you, God, I used to like look at old posts before I had kids, and it would be like, you know, I had all this free time and I didn't like utilize it for anything. Yeah, I was like, but I was just like, God, I had this free time and I didn't do anything with it. And now that you have this I have 2 extra human beings I have to like, pick up and, do all these things with, but you forget about like what are some hobbies that you like to do for yourself. So I've been there. I've totally been there. I remember those first months are they're really, it's like relearning about yourself, relearning about what you like, who you are. Your whole identity really changes, as well as not just being a mom, but you're like, well, wait, who was I before I was a mom, right?
Yeah.
Because that's actually one of the my goals for this platform was to channel my inner childhood, my inner child. And my inner child was honestly doing this kind of stuff. My inner child was dressing up, playing pretend, those types of things. And even though this isn't pretend, this is something that I can an outlet for my creativity. Yeah. And so going into this process, I had to learn, and that took me 12 years. My son's 11 now. It took me 12 years to get anywhere near to what I was like before having kids. So you're not alone.
It's a journey.
It is a journey. I can't wait to find out what your new hobby is going to be.
I know, and it just, I've always heard like, you lose yourself when you become a mom, and I don't feel like I've lost myself, but I feel like the mental load of becoming a mom is not talked about enough. Like, I love doing my makeup and I love doing my hair, but even when I'm doing it, I'm checking the camera to see if she's okay. I'm checking the camera to see, did she just wake up? Or it's not like as before. Yeah. And even, I don't know if it's, obviously I'm a new mom, so this is like new to me, but I'm like thinking about her nonstop. And I'm just like, when I was teaching, I didn't really have time to think about her because I'm with like 30 other kids. But now that I'm home with her, I'm like, Ellie's on my mind 24/7. And I have to remember, like, yes, I'm like her mom too, but I'm also a wife, and I'm also a sister, and I'm also a daughter, and I'm also Kelly, So we found something that works for us, like, husband and wife. We take time to like garden together. Oh, okay. So that's been super relaxing, but I still want to find something that I'm going to do for me. So I'll keep y'all updated.
Yes, I'll be watching. So ladies, I really have enjoyed our conversation. Y'all have shared some really awesome just insight. I hope anybody out there that watches this really just feels like you're not alone, that, whether you're a mom or whether you're an entrepreneur as well, that you're not alone, and that we're here to kind of just share our experiences. But before we leave, I also want to share where y'all can be followed and supported, because that's also what this page is about. We want to support our women, our local jefas, as I like to say. Support your local jefas. So tell us your Instagram handle where they can support and follow you.
So y'all can follow me at the Pom Pom Peeps, So Sweet Kelly, HTX, and then my bridal page that's kind of on pause, So Sweet Bridal.
So Sweet Bridal, okay. And Meggie?
So my company is at Organized Life Design, or organizedlifedesign.com, and then my personal journey, which I do talk a lot about being a mom and an entrepreneur, so this is right on the point, is at Meggie with an E, which is also my website.
You all can find our books at Publications.com, and you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Pinterest at Alma Publications with an S.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much. I really just enjoyed y'all, and I can't wait for all the moms out there to see y'all. And also, I want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day out there that are going to be having a great, I hope, actually, you just shared a really good tip about Mother's Day. You shared.
Ask for what you want.
Ask for what you want.
Ask for what you want.
Yes.
So
don't be afraid to tell your husbands or your boyfriends or your partners out there that this is what you want for Mother's Day. I thought that was really awesome that Kelly had shared some of that. So happy Mother's Day to all the madres out there. I really hope y'all know that y'all are loved, that y'all are appreciated, whether if it's not by your family, it's by us. And as always, guys, let's vamonos. Bye. Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Thank you to our sponsors for all the love and support.